The morning begins on our last day of our trip to Grand Marais. It snowed last night, and I wonder how treacherous the roads will be. But look, if the school bus can make it through, so can we. We climb up a trail just north of our hotel that leads to the Superior Hiking Trail. I had to come in here, little blast from the past. I had to see what it said. It says, I thought it said parking, but hiking that way. So I came all the way over here just to see a sign that says that hiking is that way. No wonder I'm all mixed up. Well, that's the way we go. Now the reason why I stopped here is that we've been climbing this hill from the lake. Lake Superior is behind you, and I wanted to get up to the summit of this hill, which is maybe about 75 yards behind me. And the reason why I wanted to get up here is that during the Ice Age, or rather as the Ice Ages were subsiding, this was once the shore of Lake Superior. And of course, as the waters receded, went down the Gulf of Mexico. But the interesting thing about these ice ages was that at the time, Lake Superior was just a river. And when the ice ages receded, all the cold water went east through Ohio and New York, thus the Great Lakes. And all that cold water would go in the northern hemisphere of the Atlantic Ocean. And I believe this is the same with the Pacific Ocean over on the other side of the globe. But anyways, what happened was that every time that the water went, as long as the water went east, everything was fine because it is the northern part of the hemisphere, and therefore the water was colder. But once the cold water started to recede down the Mississippi and into the Gulf of Mexico, where it's warm water, well, then the waters would become colder, and thus another ice age would come. And we had several ice ages because of this. And of course, the next one was not as bad as the last one. But at one time, again, we'd be all underwater right here. Like I said, about 75 yards up is where the shore would be. And there's all kinds of other ravines and a lot of personality in this land because of the ice age cutting this all through. It's really interesting. And here I spotted a hawk owl on our trail. After checkout, we head back to the North House Folk School for a presentation. The hearth is stoked, ready to cook pizza. We make our last purchases and have our last look of the North House Folk School. are now at a place called Sugarloaf Cove. This is kind of a spur of the moment. We're about 1/3 from Grand Marais to Duluth on Highway 61. And there's a couple other spots that we wanted to stop at that turned out to didn't work. But anyways, we thought we'd give this a try. You can see it's really coming down now. And it's really pretty. And we'll just go down to the bottom and see what happens. See what we can find. And just like that, no more than about a minute and a half that I had my last video, that the snow has stopped and the sun's coming out. Just like that. I guess the creek is a little too frozen this time of year, but we have to wait a couple months before the creek comes out. It's a little beautiful scenery here, but I guess we'll just have to wait until springtime. I mean, even though it's a week away, I guess we'll have to wait till summertime. And so our trip to Grand Marais has ended. But look forward for more Take a Hike in the Woods videos to come.